Are you feeling stuck or unsatisfied in your current job? You're not alone.
In statistic, it shows that 42% of Canadians are also feeling the same way, and they're looking to change their job to find something more flexible and better for their needs and give them a better pay. In today's video, we will share with you what are some reasons people want to leave their job and what options they have out there and when you should consider to find a better job and better opportunity for yourself. So stay tuned. Action!
Action!
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this video is the long video. I know you guys miss us.
Yes.
How you been?
I've been good. It's been a 1 week of, of course, life, right? It was my birthday last week, so I don't know if you've seen my birthday video last week.
Yes.
And yeah, me and Fatih were talking about my 1 week celebration of my birthday, right? So,
It's
me,
amazing.
yes. So it's a big thing for my family, for my kids. But hey, I like it.
You enjoy it.
I enjoyed it,
That's
right?
what matters.
Yeah, and summer is, I find that the days getting shorter again,
It is getting
right?
shorter,
Getting
yeah.
darker in the morning, and now it's like close to 8 o'clock. What time is it? Almost 8 o'clock, quarter to eight, and the sun is setting. So, but anyway, we're gonna take advantage of that summer. And
Today we will be sharing with you about why is it important to reconsider your career and when is the best time that you need to find another job or find a better opportunity, and if it's something that is actually suitable to you. Before you make that decisions, we will share with you some points, and we will be discussing about why is it important, why you think it's important for people to consider looking for a better opportunity or change their job.
yeah, correct. So, and I don't know, Fatih, about you. I've been into that situation, right? I, when you're younger, you have that dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, my dream job was like working in an office situation, in a corporate world, working Mondays to Fridays, no evenings, no weekends, and you dress up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did that one. I graduated as a commerce, like a bachelor of commerce, and I have a degree in marketing and human resource management. I work in the corporate world. It was good. However, I find that my growth was slow.
Mm.
And another reason too why I needed to switch my career. Actually, I wasn't planning on switching a career. I was finding another way of making extra income.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that why. And how about you, Fatia? What are your
Uh,
thoughts about it?
Personally, I see that people stuck on they feel comfort, and it become their comfort zone, and they just become like part of the environment and they don't consider growth anymore. So because they like the people they work with, they like the company they work with, but in the same time that company is not giving them the growth, they're not income wise, they're not increasing. And especially here in this city in Winnipeg, many people just have that lack of growth mind. I
Yes.
feel like so many people are just love what they're doing, even if it's paying the minimum wage, and they're struggling with their finance, they're struggling to pay their bills. So I feel like something is not right, and I feel like that people should really consider of looking for growth and have a reason why you are in a job. Like, why are you doing this job? What's your end point? The funny part is some people, when you ask them, like, what's your 5 year goal, they stuck. They're like,
Yeah,
what? I don't know.
which is true. Well, in our business, right? In
Hmm.
our what we do, we meet a lot of times. I like, as you probably know if you watch the other videos, I've been in the financial industry for what, 11 years, well, almost 12 years, and I met lots of clients. And you're right. And when I ask them about the job that they have, and in most cases they like, as long as they have job, they're okay.
Mm.
And family, as soon as they have their family, they feel like they're stuck. And there's not a lot of people are happy with their jobs.
Mm-mm.
Okay? It's just because, so I find that there are people who are, when I talk to them, they say, "Oh, it's okay, I have this job," but they complain. They
Mm.
complain about their boss. They complain about their income. They complain about the tax that they pay. They complain about coworkers. They complain about the workload.
Mm.
Are they really happy? And yet, every single Monday, they wake up early and they go to the same
Place.
place, right? Which reminds me, and you mentioned about 5 years, right?
Mm.
So, one of the things to why I changed my career 10, 12 years ago is because they asked me the same thing.
Mm.
Evelyn, what would your life look like 5 years from now?
Mm.
I didn't have any answer. And I was thinking, like, I don't even know my next week. All I know is, like, I need to just show up. If I'm not going to show up to work, I'm going to get fired,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I never thought of, after graduating from university, I told myself, I'm not going to study anymore.
Mm. Yeah, that's
Right?
what
Like,
more people do.
I was like, I'm not gonna study anymore. I don't want to, because it's just being lazy. However, there are some trigger points, and then we're gonna share to you some of the things that we learned, some of the things that we did, and some of the things also that um, we wish we've done. I don't know. There are things that I wish I did it before, but hey, I don't think it's too late. It's never too late to actually have some change,
Mm-hmm.
especially in our career, right? Especially if you're a woman, right? And it's not only for women. Everybody we should actually learn how to grow,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's true.
It's may not be, yeah, we're gonna talk about that, growing yourself, right?
Yeah, of Canadians are now looking to find a better job or better opportunity that make them earn more money. And the reason for that is so many people are shocked of how the inflation is getting so high, but their pay is still stable and not moving up. So more people are looking for better opportunity for that particular reason, and they saw that they wasted so many years without them changing a job or without them getting more knowledge or even getting more skills to help them in the job market. So that's what we see now, and that's why we're sharing this video, so you can also look at your job, look what you need to improve, and see if this why you're not growing in your job. Are you being stuck in the same job title for more than 3 years, and why is that? So we will share with you more of that.
Yeah, that's correct. And it's a lot of, yeah, you just mentioned that, of course, the main reason why people work is all about money,
Mm-hmm.
right?
The end of the
If,
day.
yeah, at the end of the day, especially if you have family to feed, like, everything goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Interest rates goes up. Grocery shopping, we talk about in our other video, that when you go for groceries, everything's expensive,
It's expensive.
right? And yeah, you may have a little increase,
Mm-hmm.
but that increase is, well, that increase, a lot of that one goes to tax again, but that doesn't even cover that extra cost of living.
Mm-hmm. So another point that is people are feeling unhappy. They're not satisfied anymore. So because they're doing the same thing over and over and over, it becomes second nature to them. It become like something that they don't think about. So they don't see that building skills. They don't see that growth. So they feel unhappy. So when you feel that way, then even if you're doing a job and you're not happy, you're not giving your employers your best, and you're not satisfied internally. So that causes you like you're just not happy every day. You wake up and do the same thing, as you said earlier. People wake up every day to
Yeah,
go to a job that they don't like, and the reason is they don't want to challenge themselves and find another job, and it takes time. So people don't want to put the time, put the hustle to get to another place or another a better job.
Yeah, so you're using the purpose. You're, you know how sometimes like you enjoy, I don't know, for me, for myself, I enjoy working when I'm not, I don't say no to a job,
Mm-hmm.
like to my to work.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I find myself, I'll give you an example. I remember when I was my last job, and they changed the system, so three people quit because they're no longer happy.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, now we have to fill in those empty, like those extra jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really mind that one. And eventually we got a different boss, and I like working it. I like the people that I work with. However, they keep changing the things that I have to work on. And eventually I was like, and I know, you know, when you already know your job, when
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden like there's something wrong, and you're voicing out like, well, I think we can improve it this way. Now, however, you feel that, hey, I am I the one? Do I need more training, or am I not competent anymore? Or you start questioning yourself, your
Mm-hmm.
value now, your worth, not in the company, your worth as an employee.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at one point, my boss told me like, well, today this is your priority, and then tomorrow they change it again. She changed it again. Well, we have this new project now. This is now your priority. And I know I'm flexible, and it's good that on my review she said, "Oh, Babeline, you're so good because you can multitask, you can adapt to, you can change your project." But there's a point in time that, hey, it's like whatever I work on, it doesn't, you know, when you're not improving,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you're incompetent, like, well, how do you say that I'm good at that if I did not even finish it? And then all of a sudden everything is
Have done.
priority.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
a sudden, like, well, now you're giving me three five things as a priority. Which one
That you
first?
don't even know which one is the
Oh, now this
priority.
is the priority. Like, well, this person, and they hire someone new, and this person did according to her better than me. But however, when I see the work, it's just like putting the work the following day. I probably, like, I don't want to mention what I did before because like giving away now the company where I worked for before. But and I remember I told my boss, well, maybe I need training
Mm-hmm.
because I want to make sure that, you know, when you work, you want to make you always put your 100% in it. I don't know. That's my idea of working.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a you don't want to be sloppy. You don't want to be, because it's you. It reflects on who you are as an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're not happy. That's the time when you move out. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's just my principle. If you're not happy, go somewhere else. Right? Go find something else. Maybe different department. Maybe a totally different things to do. Maybe just somewhere where you can improve your skills. Or maybe you just need some training. Maybe you just do it on your own, or maybe you ask your company
Mm-hmm.
to do that. But for my thing at that time, for me, I started this career in the financial industry from being in the business operations. Didn't know
So
anything about finance, but and I tried. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I applied to myself. It works, and then uh, how do they say it? Like the rest is history. And now I'm still here doing it on my own. But and I just had to make the decision of why not? What else can I lose, right? No longer happy here. I found something that I think I'm growing. Then
why
that's
not? Yeah.
why not? I never thought of like switching or quitting my job because I thought that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is that job, right? But hey, there I didn't realize there's something better that I can do that I will enjoy.
Yeah. And they say that almost if we look at numbers that 47% of people are more motivated when they increase their salary,
Yes.
and most companies does not really increase, but realistically the company is also going through inflation. They're
Yes.
facing market problems as well, so they cannot just throw money and give people money all the time.
Yes.
So that's why that's the time that you should sit with yourself and say, okay, If the company cannot increase my salary, can I do the same job that I enjoy in a different place
Correct.
that will pay me higher?
Yeah, exactly. Because for, and did you know that if you know your worth, let's talk about worth, your worth,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your worth as an employee, you're not really like asking for more because for the sake of asking for more. But if you, well, I guess because I took compensation, because my major is human resource management. That's a good thing. Go to school. So that's like I remember my professor was saying you can negotiate your salary.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
However, you need to have the confidence
Yeah.
to negotiate your salary. And I remember before, every year we have this annual review,
Yeah.
right? And you're right. Every company they have a budget for salary.
Mm-hmm.
Like the biggest uh, budget, the biggest expense that they have is actually
The
the
salary.
salary of the employees. However, if you really know your um, that's why you have to keep track of what you do at work. If you
Mm-hmm.
really know a project that you've been part of it, use that one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I did this, I did that. You did not do anything wrong. You can actually tell your boss, by the way, this is not what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this. And if they really can, because sometimes they leave something, like, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because there are people who negotiate, but you have to know your worth.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like Fatia, you mentioned earlier, make sure you improve your skills on your own, or and make sure you're active, not
Mm-hmm.
only just like whatever's given to you. And that, well, let's talk. This is probably like not part of this, but my pet peeve is, when you're working hard and then the coworker, the other cubicle, always on the phone, or and I mean sometimes like I do the same thing too. Sometimes I do some personal business on the side, but it's or going for a smoke break every 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you think like, well, why am I getting paid the same as that person, right? So I don't know. Just for me, it's negotiate
Mm-hmm.
your and if not, go mingle with other people, talk to different departments. If you've been there a long time, like be friends with people, not like I don't know. I like to
It's
say
like networking.
networking. Yeah, within get the inside because in most cases they will hire people from inside rather than from outside.
Yeah.
So if you already know that, then you talk to probably someone from a different department and say, oh, what are they looking for? Ask like what skills do you require from that,
Yeah.
and then just learn that.
And that's an important point because whatever skills that you gain, it's yours. There's no job will say, "Oh, we need
Yes.
that skill back." So whatever you learn, if you are slow in typing and you learn to type very
Yeah.
fast, then that's skills for you. If you need certain certification or certain
Yeah.
trainings and you want even out and get those training are for you. That's just add to your value. It doesn't mean that
Yes.
the job will your employer will keep all those information. It's yours. So when you even do extra work, when you think about doing extra work and you see someone lazy not working, then think about it that this is information that will help you. Maybe in the beginning in our careers that we lack on those things, or maybe we didn't even understand.
Yeah.
But at certain age, at certain point in your life, you should sit down and be more intentional with your time, with your work, with the skills you're gaining, because those just can help you. And don't act like, it's normally the younger generations or the older generation that been working for over 10 years are the ones slack on the job.
Yes. Because they're used to it. They don't want to change. They're
They don't
happy
want to
with what
change.
they do.
Exactly.
They know even their stapler is here. Like, yeah. And I mean, if they're happy doing that, it's good. But you're right. And the thing also that I advise, like, there are some clients that if they work in a company, I always tell them, you know what? Ask your boss. Maybe they have a program, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I remember when I was like, yeah, working and we're allowed to take some courses in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be. it may be related to what you do. But if you tell your boss, like, I mean, my goal is for me to like stay here longer, and my goal is to be in this department or whatever, or do the next to get the promotion,
Mm-hmm.
what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
And in most cases, they will tell you like, oh yeah. And if you're a good employee, they will tell you like, well, you can take these courses, we'll pay for that one, and may not be available. The the job may not be the position may not be available at that time, but when opportunity comes and it
You're
opens
ready.
up,
Yeah.
you're ready, right? So yeah, that's kind of, I just remember that one, that I did that one. I went to school for that. My reason of leaving is not even related to that one,
Mm-hmm.
but let me tell you, Fathia, when I never wanted to quit that job, but when I needed that break, because every time my boss tell me like, "Oh, do this," or I go overtime, I do it. But when it's me who asks for not a favor, like just a time off, or when my kid starts getting sick, or I need to do part time and full time, she kept saying no.
Mm.
But hey, I was already making good income part time, and when you realize like, well, what is more important to me now? And I realized, well, I don't really need this job anymore, because I
Mm-hmm.
was like, most people, not most people, a lot of people, that the reason why I stayed, because I was scared that if I start again from another company,
Mm.
like I'm gonna start from zero.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that, what, my kid is more important to me, my value is important to me, like I never ask for favors,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't really even consider favors, because I know like I'm gonna lose my benefits if I work part-time. I just like to work there. I just like my job. And when she kept saying no for 1 month, it was easier for me to give my 2 weeks notice.
Yeah.
And I got insulted when I gave that 2 weeks notice. My boss offered me, let's talk about that part-time position. For 1 month, I asked. And she's like, no, we can't. We didn't hire you for that. That was kind of like, and when I quit that job, there was no regret. My
Mm.
family was like, "You're crazy for quitting that job. Why? Like, why you're now doing like a self-employed?"
That's true, people, and that's so many people realize the importance of flexibility and having that time of, okay, now I can work. Sometimes things happen in life, and now you want to take some time off. People realize the importance of flexibility and not being in a one place for from 9 to 5. They understand the importance of that. So more people are now requesting, or not even that, requiring that flexibility.
Yeah,
And because of that, so many people are also leaving the office job.
correct. And for us, we're both moms, right? I remember before I had to, like, because if you get sick,
Mm-hmm.
it's covered.
Yeah.
You call in sick. But if it's your kid who is sick, I
You're
don't
not
care,
covered. Yeah,
right? And I
yeah.
mean, of course, I don't hate my boss for saying no to it, but if I say, can I just take my food stuff home, or I'm just gonna book off this, and then she'll tell me like, well, why can't you just do it on a Friday or on a Monday? And in my mind, I say, well, maybe I'll tell my kid like, next time, Miguel, when you get sick, can you make sure it's a Saturday or a Sunday, not Monday to Friday? But of course, I understand that one. But what you gonna do? What can you do? So for me, that was like one thing. It's important to have that flexibility of time. And I don't know. I thought it doesn't exist because people around me at that time,
Mm.
that the normal is like you work, but during that time I was a single mom. It was just like just me.
Mm-hmm.
But even if like right now with me and Ryan, if I have a job, like I would have to, probably I'm gonna get fired out because my kid gonna get sick. One kid will get sick this week. Another kid will get sick next week. What are we gonna what are we gonna do? But for me personally, flexibility is important. That's why I had to look for an opportunity that has more flexibility.
Yes. Which is important that you should always have a side hustle or another job beside your job. Because if anything happen and they let you go, who's gonna help you?
Yes. So I call that one a backup plan. Have another source of income. So, when something happens and things happen, right? Starts with an S and with a T. It happens. So make sure you're prepared for that.
The next point is feeling unfulfilled. And so many people do something that they really don't enjoy. And that's why I encourage young people that's like 20 to 25. It's better for you to keep trying different things until you find
Yes.
the thing you enjoy. There is nothing wrong with, maybe in your resume it will be like this person don't last in a job, but you know that you're intentional with your time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I heard this earlier that you go to a movie theater and you want to watch a movie, so you choose a movie and you pay $30 for that movie. You enter and watch and you find out that's a boring movie. Are you going to stay the whole 90 minutes and finish that movie, or you just say I lose that $30 and let me exit?
Yeah.
Your time is more value than the money at this moment. So it's nothing wrong with keep switching between jobs until, and not doing the same job, like you're a customer service and go to another customer service job. I mean, like, try different jobs in
Yes.
different careers so you can find what you love. And it's funny, so I was a person, this is someone's situation. They work in a company for over 10 years and they've been trying to be in a supervisor or a manager, but it's every time that that position opens, the employer gives that job to someone outside the company, and this person been just sitting there waiting for the opportunity to get that job. So I was shocked to hear that this person been in the company for 10 years and still waiting for a change from the employers. Definitely do not see this person or doesn't want to give them the job because they feel like they are not compatible and they will not manage a team. So what's your move at that point? If you are in that situation, what you should do? Move on.
Yeah.
You
Move
should
on.
never know that somebody is intentionally not giving you something you deserve and wait for them to change their mind, because they will never change
Yeah.
their mind. And that's, you're not you're not happy because now you're jealous of another person. You are
Yeah.
unfulfilled at this moment. So you should move on with your life and find something better for you. So what do you think?
Yeah, that's true, and that's what I told you because that's my example earlier was like that. All of a sudden, I was thinking like, oh, I actually applied to a different department.
Mm-hmm.
I got to the second, I was on my third interview, and the last two candidates like me and an outsider, and this is like an entry level position um, to the human resource position that I'm going to apply for from the IT department or business operations, which is that's really what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when I saw the boss or the manager of that department went to my manager's office,
Mm-hmm.
the manager came out and told me like, "Oh, I know you applied for that position. You didn't get it this time. Don't worry about it. They're gonna open another one." As soon as I get back to my desk, what did I get? An email saying, "I'm sorry, Babylin, we consider the other candidate." I made a call and asked like, "I thought you did," because someone, the other manager said like, "You know what? We like you.
Mm-hmm.
Think you're gonna get it," because insider, like from the inside company, outside company, but my boss did not release me,
Mm.
and I was so upset. After that, I didn't care. To be honest with you, I didn't care about what I did.
Mm.
I started going out. I remember that day. I don't smoke, but I went with my friend, with my coworker who smokes, and I was just outside, like with them. Like
Yeah.
I was so upset because I was waiting for that opportunity, and she did not release
Mm.
me because we're short staffed or whatever. Or
Well, things happen for a good reason.
yeah, and then that's also my motivation. It's like, well, look for something else.
Yes,
And hey, if
definitely.
you're looking, you'll find something.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will land on your lap.
Nothing. No
And
opportunity will come knock your door.
exactly, and that's what I said. Like, because I thought like, okay, I'm gonna stay. I'm loyal to my company.
Mm,
You know what? I'm a good worker. You justify the things that you do, and sometimes like, oh, it's okay. You give the benefit of the doubt. Oh
mm.
yeah, I understand my boss. She's also an employee, and her hands are tied too. She cannot give this much increase. And I remember I got a higher increase, and she told me like, you know how you're not allowed to talk about salary.
Yeah.
They said you're not allowed to do that. Well, because not everybody gets paid the same.
No.
And she told me like, did you know that you get more than the other colleagues? And I'm thinking, I get 4%. My marketing, no, my compensation in professor said, when you go for your annual review, do not settle for less than 10%.
Mm.
And that's 4%. And she said that's the highest one. Because you know how they have that budget. And let's say they have that 100%, they have to divide that
By everybody.
to everybody. They can't give everybody
The
the
maximum amount.
maximum amount.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? And I was so, after that, like, no motivation at all. I was like, I still do my job. I still come show up. But, right. But I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't fulfilled. I just, my purpose was kind of like, okay,
It
I'm just
went.
under, yeah.
No,
So,
that's true, and it shows you that okay, in your for example, in your company, they will say they will increase you 3, 4, 5%, but when you are looking for a same position outside, they may give you 15, 20%.
yeah, exactly.
So you should consider that.
Because I have friends who moved from like like same industry, same company, and then they made more money. They're happier
Exactly.
because they were treated because I guess you already have the experience, so they didn't have to train you,
Yeah.
and they offer them higher
Better
pay.
pay. Yeah.
So I was gonna do the same thing, but other opportunity came up, and I was happier.
Opportunity that give you the flexibility, that give
Exactly.
you the fulfillment with your income, that give you the lifestyle that you're looking
Yeah.
for, that nobody will tell you what to do, when to do.
Yes.
It give you that. All those also come with the downside of, if you're not really control of yourself, then you can really not do anything. So you really need to know where you stand in the scale.
Exactly, yeah. And it's not that like, oh, I was so some people ask me like, aren't you scared when you did that? I wasn't scared. I was just I think more excited. And because I already you don't okay, and then another thing, you don't just jump to one thing when you of course you have
Before
a
you land another
yes.
opportunity.
You have a plan, right? And that's why you mentioned earlier. That's why people like move from like one thing to another thing and they do the same thing.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Like can be the same industry, but hey, you have to do like a little bit higher, right? Higher pay. If you're gonna like move and it's the same pay, maybe well, it's okay if it's same pay, but let's say more benefits.
Mm,
There's always something extra. But if you like move and just like kind of like the same things,
mm.
what's the point, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion, our opinion, and
And I personally think that before you jump from one thing to another, make sure that the another thing it's already in place.
yes,
Don't jump heads first, because you don't forget about your liability, your house, your food, your
yes,
everything. It's on you. Where are you gonna get that? If you have to really plan it out before you jump.
yeah. And that's why we understand those like with families in their like late 30s or 40s it's so hard for them because they
Mm-hmm.
thought, oh, we're gonna start again, we're gonna go to another company, they will prefer someone younger, this and that. I don't think like, it's true, but because there's really a competition out there. And that's why I like when you mentioned earlier, if you're in your 20s,
Please.
you don't have family yet, that's what I advise my clients who when they're 18 and they're not planning on going to university. It's like, you know what, just check different jobs,
Mm-hmm.
right? Try different not skills, what do you call it, different industries or different uh like companies
Yeah, that's what I also
or
tell.
different try business, try
In Canada, they have most of the kids really take one year off after
yeah,
school, which is understandable because they're tired.
Yeah.
They've been on school since they were baby. So they take that 1 year off. Some people waste it.
Yeah.
Some people is like have a plan
Yeah.
and they go look for different jobs that they like. So if they want to pursue in university, they know what to go for.
Exactly. Right. Because if you're, yeah, and yeah, good point. Maybe that's another topic. Yeah, when school starts, we're gonna talk about that, like how people choose their
Career.
career,
Yeah.
right? Like what's important.
So, in conclusion of this video, we hope that you find some reasons why people leave their jobs. We hope that you learn, that you plan out your career, you plan for your career, you know what to do, when to do, and to build your skills. And we hope that you always look for a better opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and sometimes you need to change your environment. Sometimes maybe the people around you are like what is it called, they don't think out of the box, or they're just comfortable and they love their comfort zone. So sometimes maybe you need to take yourself out of that environment, find people who's like-minded, who
Yes.
want to achieve more in life. There's nothing wrong with achieving more in life, and there is nothing wrong to restart your life over. The most ridiculous thing that someone can do is stuck in one place. And so many people that I personally see that they're scared to ask for increase for their income or increase their salary. So many people are scared to even talk to their boss. They're
Yeah.
like, but you're
They're
human
also
and I am a human and I can't discuss with you.
they're also employees. Like they also get paid. They just have
Exactly.
different title. Their job is to help you out. That's
Ex-
why my what I see of like the HR. That's why human resources. They're the source, the resources. Like if you need something, you talk to them.
yeah. And if you don't see growth in your job, then you need to find something else. If they're not helping you achieve that standard goal that you want to achieve, you want to be a manager. All right, to what I need to do, what type of training do I need to get? So you need to be on top of it for them to not forget you. How, like, you're
Yes.
not so special for them to remember everything about you. You need to ask for it.
Yes.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Then why would I have to remember you and you are one of the 100 people
Yeah.
that work for me?
I know someone who's like that. She got a position. Every time there's an opening, she talked to that. Like, and she's very friendly to like other people in the other department, and then asking questions like, "Oh, there's an opening," and she just like handing the resume right away.
Exactly.
And she just, and it's not that she's making up the skills. She already
Have the
had the
skills.
skills, and then moving from one department to another until she landed the job that she wanted, the position that she wanted, and actually even more.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, so remember your job or your career should not only, it should not be about money. It should not be about financially. Of course, it's very important. Money is important. However, I think it's also important that um, you have the purpose, value, and make sure you're happy on what you do and you are growing, right? Most of your life, I think,
You
is
spend it
you
at work.
spend at work.
It's true. It is sad, but it's true.
It's true.
More than your
Stress
kids,
is,
more than your
yeah,
husband, more than your
it's all
parents.
work.
You're out there working with somebody, with strangers that you don't know, 24, like 8
Eight
hours a
hours
day,
a
every
day.
day. Every single day you meet those people. So you make sure that you love what you do.
Yes.
Like, even if you don't love it, at least you enjoy it and you feel happy doing it.
Yes. So I think that's it. We hope that you get some bits and things that you learn or you get. And if not, if you have some suggestions, your experiences, you can comment below. Comment, let us know. Um, and any suggestions, right? Open. Maybe some people can learn from you too. Because me and Fathia, this is just like some of our experiences, some of our thoughts,
Yeah.
right? Again, only our opinion. Some of the statistics, it's all about research it.
Of course, we have to give you research
Yes,
behind it. And it's not only the research, it's the reality that we see
yes,
outside every single day. It's the people we talk to,
yes.
it's our friends and family, it's the things
It's
that
us.
it's us, honestly. And it's not just something that people manage so much to struggle with. So we want to see your experience with when is like, when was your time that you realized that okay, you're done with the job, like I'm done, I need to move on. Sometimes you get the feeling before you start looking. You start feeling like, you start when you feel like you're dragging your legs to your job. That's it, that's the sign, that's the red flag they
When
call
you
it.
turn off your alarm clock so many times.
That you're not happy to go there, you're not happy to talk to anybody. That's when you need to really move on with your life. So we want to hear your experience and we want to hear what your thought is. You can comment below. You can share this information if you have a friend or family member who's like sitting there and thinking about if they're ready to move on, then this is a sign for you to share with them. And we hope that you learned something out of this video. Don't forget, of course, to hit that subscribe button and like and share this video. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.
Bye.